Hello. Hi, you guys. Can you hear me? I'm speaking kind of quietly because Shaylin's asleep. She's on the other side of the wall. All right. So, hello, everyone. I should be in bed. It's 2 in the morning. I'm really pretty upset. I really am. Because now I'm seeing, even when you bow out of a situation. Hi, Wild Angel. No, I just haven't gone to bed. I'm not up. It's 2 in the morning. Because I was peeking at my email, and then I decided to peek at Team Rose's, because I usually do that each day. Honestly, because I want to see how she's doing, and I hope that her life is getting better, and the troll talking has stopped or dissipated some, and people are leaving her alone, and vice versa. And so I'm listening to her live on 2 times the speed, and at 30 minutes, I'm being brought up again, and that's okay. I don't mind being brought up, but it's the same old. It's the, well, PCT agrees with Lizzo. I don't agree with anybody, okay? And even if there are some things that I've agreed with her on in the past, it's not because she had a heart attack. It's that I can empathize with her because I had one. I mean, did I think I was going to have a damn heart attack? I'm on heart meds. I've had a stroke. I really never thought I'd even have one because of that. So I don't want to say I took offense, but it bothered me. And then it goes on to the $200 that did she give me? Now I can't even remember. Did she give it to me, or was I supposed to pay it back? This was like 2 years ago, and my short-term memory sucks. And but I paid her back. But I don't think she asked me to pay her back. I don't think. But anyway, I definitely did. Just like I paid Maria G back, and Destiny Rose back. And yeah, I paid people back. Now, hi everybody. I'm so upset because then she kind of says, and if she'd stop and just think about it, Rose, if you would stop and think for a minute, unless your short-term memory or long-term memory isn't as good either anymore, remember I did really apologize for forgetting about the 200. I remembered the 60, which is a lot, that you paid literally so my son could get a tablet. Okay? The 200 I plumb forgot, and I told you that, and I'm admitting it now. I could lie and say no. And that, the reason I was so vehemently saying, no you didn't, is I frickin' forgot. I forgot. Or I wouldn't even have been so, no you didn't, like I forgot. And I think I could tell in her video that she made earlier today. Why did I need to borrow money? No, I borrowed money like that to go on a trip to Virginia. Maria G, I paid back for the housing, and the $400 that I got from Destiny Rose, I paid her back. The other money was I was getting trust fund every 3 months, so I knew I could pay people back, but it would be, 100 here and then 3 months later 100 here. But like with Destiny Rose, I paid her. I paid her the 300, and then I got the next 100 to her. I could have even have paid the full 400 to her because I was getting about 600. I was getting 400 for trust fund and a $200 gift. So I could have paid her up back right away. I think I did. And I think, if I'm recalling right, she wanted the money before I even had it mailed to me at the 3 month. Oh, that's okay, Abby. Yeah, I know it sounds like a lot without explaining. So, yeah, I took a trip a couple of years ago to Virginia to meet a, creator that that I was friends with, and was co-host for a few months, and it was just a very special time. But anyway, um what I'm amazed mostly about, so then she says, and she's gonna interpret this that I'm trying to get content from her. No, make content by stating her name. No, I'm floored by this because this is what I mean. This is why, you guys, I don't go into people's chats anymore. Has anyone noticed? I don't go anywhere. I mean, has anybody noticed? Not that people care. I don't even care. But it's something that I just don't do anymore. Because, for one, if I go into someone's chat, then other people will wonder, well, why aren't you coming into mine? And then this kind of thing. And in all honesty, I don't have time. Okay, my kids are at home, and I'm still a mother. I'm a mother at a grandma's age, but I'm not a grandma because I don't have any grandkids. So I do a lot, and the thing is, um, I really empathize with Rose when I watch her lives, and she says things like, "I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I'm a caretaker of my son." Abby, yeah. Um, the thing is, when she says, I paint the house myself, and I've been effed over by contractors and this and that I watched her painting one 2 days ago because somebody was picking on her for what, putting primer on and not getting the rest done, or she's supposed to not have this or that. And it's, she does so much, and I admire her for that. I do. Rose's strength, her tenacity, she keeps going. Um, and she doesn't make excuses for what she does, and neither do I. You get to a certain point in your age where you don't have to make excuses for what you say or what you do anymore. So here I am. Hi, Raider. Here I All right, I'm back. Hi, Rhoda. So I was going to go to bed at 2, but I'm just perplexed. Here I stay out, okay? I'm just going to put my, damn it, that on. I stay out of people's chats. I stay out of their business. I'm being smart. Total different kind of thing that I do now. I don't go up on panels. I don't go over and say hi and hang around and cause mischief. I'm not a fucking troll. I never have been. I've had people tell me I should have a sock account and go into Dolly Vision. And it wasn't even anything to think about. I was like, no. That's ridiculous. Just to be part of a chat and that kind of thing? No. Okay? Now, what's upsetting to me about this whole thing with Rose is I don't even really like to type. If you notice, I leave voice messages and stuff. I've been like that for a while. And I'm going to read what we wrote to each other, Rose and I, just yesterday. At Team Rose, I'm watching your beautiful, enlightening cherry sap tree video here. Reminded me of maple syrup trees in Vermont when I lived there many moons ago, through my teenage years and beyond. I also need you to know is that I never did a live of you and took it down. I don't refuse to get involved in other creators' situations with others, no matter who they are. I have to, on the daily, stay calm and stress-free as much as I can. Okay. Then, see, that wasn't even all of it. Okay, let me send it back a little. Okay, stay calm as much as I can. If anyone out there is ever trying to pit us against each other, please ignore it. I wish you many blessings in your life, and I'm relieved that we're friends, even though we don't chat much anymore. She says, thanks for telling me that, Tina. The truth about that. Wow, people are sure lying about other people to stir trouble. I really appreciate you clearing that out. I feel so under attack in such a weird way. Gosh, unknown people causing so much stress and strife for others. Thank you for clearing that up. We really have a lot in common. Okay. God. Okay, we really have to be very conscious and not trusting of anything people say. We do have a lot in common. Today was a very... Okay, hold on. I had to film this on my phone. Okay. We do have a lot in common. Today was a very magical day in many ways. Really glad I was able to record so much. There's... Okay, thank you for your sweet message. I've been thinking about you. Okay, I was like, wow, this was yesterday. I said, thank you, Rose. I've been thinking about you too, truly. Because I didn't want her to think I was just saying it, because I wasn't. I have been thinking about her a lot. We are quite similar in many ways, and our paths have crossed for a reason, I believe. Today, Shaylin and I were watching an episode of Survivor, Season 4, way back in the 1990s, and a woman in her 40s at that time named Kathy is your doppelganger ganger twin. When you have a moment, check the episode out. It's truly amazing. She was the only one willing to pee on a man's finger when he got stung. She walked off to where or why, she had no idea, but volunteered to take the risk and trust. Shaylin and I have not finished the episode, so we don't know who won the money yet. Let me know if you get a chance to see it. Okay? And let me know if you think this woman is your twin. I don't get a respond back. It's no big deal. It's whatever, okay? She's busy. I'm busy. But I mean, I'm realizing that my sorries haven't been enough. My trying but not pushing myself isn't enough. My genuine, heartfelt messages to her, not on Messenger. We're not on Messenger anymore. It's not enough. So, and the thing is, I feel like just the name Lizzo is her scapegoat for keeping that going. You know, she's not going to like that, but what the hell else could it be? What am I doing wrong? Okay, I'm not ever in your chat bugging anyone or trying to stir the pot anywhere. I'm literally making this live right now. I know. I'm making this live because I feel like crying. Because I know in my gut and heart it'll never be where it was. Where we'll shoot the shit on panels. Where we'll, you know, talk about Dolly Vision again. Where we'll where I'll ever feel really immediately welcome in her chat. There'll always be those that'll be like, oh, she screwed you over. Stuff like that. Okay, I realize all that. I realize things aren't going to be the same. But what I don't like is to get messages that seem to me that are sincere and kind and sweet to where I feel like typing and reaching out. No, I know not everyone's going to like me, but this is someone that has taught me a lot and does things that I wish I could. I wish I could film and talk to people and be out and about, not just stuck in my room. And so it just sucks to feel almost closer to her. For the first time in like a year and a half, that kind of closeness, and the very next day to have her no, I want to film it and show you guys things. I can film it, but it can't ever be live. I've spent all week watching hours and hours of Survivor because it's so addicting. And I've only seen little excerpts. I've never watched an episode from the beginning to the end. Thanks, Ozzy. Well, you know, it's whatever. But, you know, my daughter said to me, we watched We started watching episode 1, and she already had watched it, Survivor. I think it was in 2002, so it wasn't the 1990s like I thought it was. And we're watching it. It's the very first episode, but she knew who won and she had already seen it, and I didn't want to make her go through it again. So then we went to episode 2, and it took 3 days or 2.5 to get through a whole thing, but it was really really nice. And then she's only seen the episodes up to episode 4, and she's willing to sit through the whole African one, which is the third one. But when after she gave me a little kiss on the cheek, which we do now with each other, which is, we didn't even do that when she was. I mean, it's just something that started like this, probably after my stress-induced heart attack. She said, "Mom," she said, "I hope I'm not watching it someday after you're gone," right? Because it's hard for her, you guys. It's hard to have a mom that's 63 and she's 21. It's really different. And I knew it would be different for her, but I didn't really think it would like affect her. You know what I mean? Mentally, to where she would worry about me passing away in 20 years or whatever. And I tell her, I could live to be 90, but she's worried, because I've had a stroke and I've had a stress induced heart attack. If there weren't heart meds, I'd be worried. But I'm not, because I take them and my life is stress free to the best of it that it can be. And even if I get agitated when my adult son hears my voice in here, I haven't even done a live in a week, and he's asking me for something that isn't even necessary right now. I lashing out or kind of getting fumed up or even bothered, it's futile. It's just gonna make me, yeah, I mean, yeah. But it's weird when you're in your 60s. So many people pass in their 80s. My mom did, my dad did. Both of my grandparents on my dad's side lived to be in their middle 90s. But cancer does run in my family. My aunt had breast cancer, but she had the estrogen kind and took tamoxifen and lived for 35 more years or something. My uncle has cancer. My mom's father died of pancreatic cancer. My sister has her cancer right now. And so it's scary, and I get a mammogram done every single year since I had a fibroadenoma in my breast at 33. But they checked it with a needle biopsy and it was negative, you know. But my point is, as you get older, everything gets more intense because our, good cells die. We don't have as many good cells in our body. But anyway, my point is, I was like, okay, do I just go to bed? Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I've had thoughts. I mean, I'm too afraid to fly anymore. I mean, I really am. That's why it's a miracle I went all the way to Virginia. But, lately with these airplanes catching fire, on the wings and people filming, there was just one a couple days ago on flippin' Boeing. Those people, man, They don't know how lucky they are. And in all honesty, there's too many airplanes in the sky. It's not just near DC. There's hundreds and hundreds of of planes flying all at once. And I've flown many, many times in my life, but on the way back from my southern trip, I flew into Texas, and I'll never forget it. And I told my daughter about it. My plane landed, and as it was taxiing, boom, another one landed. Or no, another one was taxiing right behind it. And then we went around a corner, and a third one was behind that one. I mean, behind it. And then we went around another corner, and there was a fourth one taxiing. And then we went around another corner because I spent 20 minutes taxiing into this, I think it was Dallas. I think, although it could have been Fort Worth. Well, anyway, I saw two planes in the air behind each other coming into land. And this is all at the same time at night. And I'm going, oh my gosh. Okay. That was my first experience of seeing so many landing seconds from each other, or a minute from each other, but it seemed so. Anyway, I just don't really think I could fly anymore. And now I don't. Oh, I know why I brought up flying, because I thought how incredibly neat it would be if I had the money, I had the time, my kids were grown and on their own and happy and safe, and had significant others and this kind of thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was huge, huge airport. Oh my God. Anyway, if I flew, just, I mean, I'd have to check with Rose first and everything, and this will never ever happen, because like I said, I'm too afraid to darn fly now. Uh, and she's not inviting me to come to Maine or anything. I've never been to Maine. I've been to Vermont, New York, and things like that. Or I lived in Vermont when I moved in with my mother at the age of 14. But I mean, that's how much we have in common. I think we would laugh and have a sandwich, and I don't know. And it's an age thing, but it's also, we're both we've been, I think she's been all over the United States, but I'm not really quite sure now. Maybe it's California, New York, and Maine. I'm not sure what other states she's been in, but it's just, it's very disheartening to just yesterday take the time to type to each other and to feel close again. And I don't mean like close in the way of things ever being the way they were a year and a half or 2 years ago. I don't mean that. I don't even know if it's a good idea, because if there was friction, right, the second time, it would be easier to quickly blow up at each other. So I don't know. I was hurt. I'm making it clear on here to the 30 and the, where are people now? In the out on the whale watching ships. I've been on one, but it was years ago in Massachusetts. To the 30 out on the whale watching ships, and all the beautiful people in chat, who I don't even know who's here. And I don't just do this. I don't just rant anymore. And I don't just start bawling over a creator anymore. And I don't, do you know what I mean? But I'm, I'm realizing that it doesn't matter anymore for the entire future, because people say you can be friends with who you want to be. And like, I know Maria G's been told that. Rose says, oh, I'm not going to tell Maria G who to be friends with, and she doesn't tell me. Why am I being told by Rose then? Or she doesn't tell me who I can be friends with, but she lets me know who she doesn't want me to associate with, you know, and gets really upset if certain people mod certain people. Well, I mean, you know, and then to say Lizzo doesn't even like me. I mean, I've talked to her in Messenger before. Now, have we in weeks or weeks? No. I don't reach out to all 45 of my Messenger friends because I don't have time. But if people reach out to me, I'll at least heart something, or I used to leave longer voice messages in the past, and I'll leave maybe a short one, you know. From 2 years ago, I still stay in touch with Mandy, who made my thumbnails. And, you know, but it's not like a phone call or big long voice messages anymore. My life is different. My life, I'm trying to keep it simple, you know. And, you know, example, my son wants ice cream. It's hot, it's hot. I said, look, you can't hear out of one ear. I called the doctor. We can't get in till Friday. Friday, we'll ride our bikes, because that's what we do, to your doctor's appointments in the morning, and then we'll go get ice cream. It's not even up the hill at Fred Meyer. It's down at this little mom and pop store where they have big jugs of it, really good ice cream. And he said, well, I'm not going to go. I'm going to go home. And I said, okay, you go home. I'll go get the ice cream. And he's not willing to do anything little extra. And I think he's mostly upset with me because I won't get the ice cream before Friday, so he's not going to help me. Well, I'll just bring a backpack and get it. And my new eyeglasses, the little screw fell out. I haven't even had them 6 months. I spent a good $350 on those glasses, so I'm kind of disappointed. So I'm not making an appointment. I'm not calling. Screw that. I'm going to walk in with my glasses and say, here, can you please fix these? And I'm sure they will. I've done it with other glasses at, you know, Vision Plus, where we go for our appointments, but this was a store. So anyway, I guess my point is I try to keep my life simple, and I'm like, I'll be out and about on the bike anyway. The little store is a block down, you know, and there's people here that don't like that. And so, I don't know. Now I'm kind of rambling, and so I'm just going to end this, but I'm disheartened. I'm a little surprised because I don't take digs at people. I don't think Rose was taking digs at me on her 2-hour live that she did. Well, you know, it's the next day, so yesterday. But I do feel like she's painting me in her mind slowly but surely over again in a negative light. And I just don't know why. But I kind of do. Because whenever she mentions Tina or PCT or paper cut Tina, the next word is Lizzo. Lizzo something. Lizzo this. You know, well, I'm perpetuating it, but Lizzo isn't. Or why, just because Lizzo had a heart attack and she did doesn't mean, do you know what I mean? And so people can tell you, I'll end with this because I've kind of learned the hard way. People will tell you, oh, you can be friends with who you want, you can talk to what creators you want, you can go up on their panel and you can do what you want. But honestly, they harbor negative feelings towards the person for not siding and agreeing with all that they've gone through and all that they have felt in their lifetime or their experience with the person. No, I'm not removing your wrench, Tashi, and I have heard that too. She might have said something about Lizzo having one. I mean, I'm not even going to listen to the rest of her other hour and a half. Not tonight. I'll probably be curious and want to listen to it tomorrow to see if I was brought up anymore, but I don't know. You know, Jeannie, Jimmy's sister, and we're still friends, and I'm so thankful for that. She said to me, no, Tina, you trust no one. You trust no one on the internet. But there are people, you know. Yeah, sidekick. I mean, it's, yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening. I mean, you guys look at back at my lives. I haven't done a live on my feelings about Rose in what, a year or more? And I don't come on here and just rant anymore or try to stick up for myself. I'm just feel disheartened because we both wrote really nice messages to each other the day before this happened, 2 days ago. And then yesterday, I find out, no, she really hasn't felt or wanted to believe that I apologized for forgetting about the 200. She hasn't really believed that I'm her friend too, because I'm Lizzo's friend. And, you know, even if somebody doesn't like someone, I don't go into their chats or do lives and say, oh, that person never really liked you anyway. You know, I've been told that by a lot of people. Lionel didn't like me, Mission didn't like me, Martin didn't like me, Tashi didn't like me, and then I think it was yesterday, Lizzo didn't like you. Like, this isn't high school. I really, I mean, I'm going to say it right here. I don't really care anymore who likes me. Thank you, Aussie True Crime. Thank you so much. Yeah, I am telling the truth, aren't I? Yeah, yeah, even Martin. And it's not because they're men. I don't have to have men like me. We all want everyone to like us. But Martin's never said one negative thing to me. Maybe he has behind my back. I don't know about it. Or maybe before he ever visited me. And the same with the other men. But, when you're on YouTube or you venture into it and you meet people, and you even get to see their face sometimes or whatever, um, you evolve, you grow. Some of us grow, and some of us stay the same and want to stay the same. And some of us change for the better or the worse. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly, Tashi. So I'm going to end this live with saying thank you to the 29 now on the whale boats, whale watching boats, to everybody that's come in. Oh, and this is the other thing. The reason I reached out and said, I have not made a live of you lately or at all and taken it down, because that was mentioned. My name was mentioned again in her live, and I don't care. I'm actually glad, because she'd be harboring that and wondering. You know what I mean? So I was like, I got to write her. The only way I can write her is after one of her programs. So I complimented her for her cherry tree sap video, and she wrote back pretty quickly after, and I could have just put a heart, but I felt compelled to respond in kindness and something longer. And then boom, the next day, it's the opposite of how she made me feel, which was close again. And like, gee, maybe I can come into her chat someday and say hi. It's like, she's proven to me that I've made the right choice of staying away. And yeah, I don't have time for YouTube like I used to. I'm making time for my daughter. I'm making time for my son. And even though my programs are ad lib and just sort of off the top, you have to plan it a little. You got to pick out your music. You got to have a topic at least. How many times do I just put on here, like many other creators? Oh, let's just shoot the shit. The name of the title, or oh, I can't sleep, let's talk. No, I usually have a topic, you know? And that's fine and dandy, but that's why this one that I started at 2 in the morning my time, and I don't even know what time it is. Oh, 45 minutes ago, so it must be 2:45, and it is. It's 2:55. This isn't like me. This isn't like me to do this. But I plan on doing a video tomorrow. I'm not going to say what it's on. I peeked over at Dolly Visions, and I know he flew clear across the United States, and good for him. And I hope he has safe flights and has a good time. And You know, he deserves to have some freedom, for God's sakes. And I'm going to say that because it's truth. It's the truth. You need to sometimes just be on your own and not have the partner or whatever really sort of, well, I better not say that. I was going to say breathing down your neck, but that's probably a little harsh. I know they help each other, but I feel like he's probably relieved to have some real freedom, you know? Anyway, all right. Prayers for all of you, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. And Rose, this isn't bashing. This isn't for content. This is to let you know that I'm perplexed. I'm kind of hurt. I'm surprised. I don't expect a response video. I almost hope you don't have one because you're going to think that I'm trying to fight with you. Oh, well, why is she doing that? And what, you know, I feel honestly like you really wholeheartedly don't want to be my friend, even if it's uh, on the internet like this. I mean, we're not even in Messenger anymore. And I really felt like we were making incredible headway to not ever doubt, okay? Doubt each other's motives and intentions and just get over the damn past. That's where I thought we were at, Rose. And I'm sad about it because I don't think you are. All right. Good night, you guys.